All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
It got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Carr to throw on second down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long. Carr now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Trubisky on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. He goes underneath to Freeman. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Set up. Ready? Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Red.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds,
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here now come the Falcons. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go. Red, go. Behind.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Man open, and that's Calvin Ridley.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gardner.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Khalil Mack able to drop him for a loss of 4. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Gotta go. Hey, 18. Move.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal.
Gotta go.
Trubisky will throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Damian Radley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a second and long. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Carr. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Come here. Go, Chief. What's your hook?
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. He dumps it off to Drake. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Takk McKinley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
7:34.
To throw on second down. Carr. Now he's flushed out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Gotta go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky trying to lay one up deep. This is caught at the 20. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Gotta go.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Room to run again. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Only trying to pitch it and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
29. 29. Where's it? Hood.
Carr to throw on second down. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. First down, Drake. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. Fighting it off. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
694. 694.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. Cooper's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff for Drake. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 30 as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Low.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Get set. 180. All right, get set, fellas. Right now.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Freeman again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now it's Freeman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's caught inside the 25. And he caught it up, and the Raiders have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Carr going to throw. That is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
24.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
29.
From the gun, Carr. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 7:34.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Lock in.
Now it's Trubisky. And Freeman lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
He goes underneath the Drake, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 7:34.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Atlanta, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.